What we're about to go through is the Sun-Pluto square now. We experienced this is now, hello, narcissist. There's a collective out there. You're actually one with, there's a living organism called the human being, actually. And you can join the living anytime, you get there through, maybe you can listen to other people. And, well, first of all, what are you interested in? You'll have to find out. Was that an early age that you were able to get into there? No, I'm sorry. I'm not teasing you. I feel sorry for you people, actually. But I was just saying that just because, like, people don't think that astrology is valid, and it's like, this is probably the only fucking valid thing there is on to learn. In order to figure out, like, what you're supposed to do here, like what you're actually good at, and who you are going to be. I don't know. There is levels to this shit. And I'm seeing so many of them nowadays, it's frying my brain, but I'd say in 3 months, you bet I'm going to be able to express it. If anything, babe, it's for me. And whatever you do, if it's useful to you, please record it and hand it to somebody. Look, this is what worked for me. Tell them in detail, because maybe you were paying attention. Or were you not? Was it just like, I tried to do this stencil and I kept doing it and doing it, doing it and doing it until you dropped dead? You never wrote and said, boy, I'm having a great time. Does anybody want to sit next to you after that? Or you're just a goddamn fucking an anvil. We have, okay, so Venus in Virgo, which I think is the most superior sign out of a placement for Venus, because since we live in an upside down, backwards universe, they say it's the worst place. It's like now you can't approach every planet the same. When you're looking at Venus, you're looking at Libra rule kind of a situation, feminine on the feminine side, mainly, which is very mysterious. It's love. It is love. So this thing, you got to handle it with tongs. It's like, well, what is the nature of it? The best place for it is doing service, right? It's serving. It is a server, And where do they say that Venus is detriment at? Inside of the house, or the sign that is this of service to people, which is, uh, now they say it's a problem because it's getting into details, and it's over analytical. It's examining things to detail, and it really analyzes, and it's discerning. And it's like, no, actually, you're describing the capacity to love on a scale that, well, what use would it be? I mean, really, it's not love unless, honey, would you slow down with your fucking reversed universe fucking shit that they are, and they're making it more complicated too. I'm getting flashes of how it's supposed to be, and this is how it's supposed to be. Venus is superior in one spot, and one spot only, and that is like one, and it could be even a degree found in Virgo. Virgo, where obviously that's human consciousness is now going to graduate into Venus. Why? The way it goes is Virgo is there, Mercury. She is so analytical. She's looking at every detail, and then she graduates into Venus. Now, if you ask me, the whole thing is made of love. So, but when you look at it, that's what's happening. Love is the higher vibrational frequency. It vibrates like this, so it's hitting every bit of information. Otherwise it's fear, and it just barely gets it. It barely gets even a thing that was there. That's just a fact. We look at it scientifically, and so, as far as the analyzing every detail and really discerning, it's like, I don't know what to tell you, people. Sharpen up, because we're about to get really good. How do we find out? Look at what happens next. We go into Libra, who says, now it's going to create a balance, and it's ruled by Venus. We have just graduated into another octave of Venus, because Taurus is the matter, is the one who has slowed it down into this quality orientation, which is still Venus ruled. We just left off at the I am, who says, it's all here, fucking volcanic, and then there it is, and then Taurus is like, boom, we get out into the meadows, and now we have a flower, and now we're Taurus is the out in the meadows saying, "What is the quality of this? Boy, isn't it a nice day today?" Yes, it's nice. Why? Well, the sun is out. There's puffy cloud. Look at the bee. Look at the da da da, and smell it. Smell is so good. What is that? Did you take a shit? Yes, and it's actually good. We have to keep the opposite going. If there's a full spectrum, Scorpio says, "Don't forget the turds are good. Keep shitting there, guys. Keep pooping in the fields and make the mushroom. Eat the mushroom." I'm sorry. So there we are. We will find out what the hell to do here. I mean, we're not just cheap. We're not just cheap sheep. We are telling a little cartoon story for the kids. I might put it today. I might do it Saturday. Actually, this is a prelude to the sun that's going to square Pluto, and that's a serious aspect. Let me get my glasses. I flung them across the room. If you didn't notice, babe, the kids would have noticed, and they would have laughed. But according to their parents' brainwash, they would have thought I was crazy. And then they go turn on the TV and watch a bunch of fucking idiots, and it's like, God, you guys. Anyway, I'm looking for when exactly does the sun square Pluto? Oh, look, it's on Saturday. See, that's what I'm going to print my Saturday cartoon. That's a very serious one, but it's at 27 degrees, babe. So if you're, I know one other people or whatever. So I know some people, me, who has a 28-degree cardinal, which is at the 11, and this is really tough. Um, what did I say? 11? God, see, there's where I'm telling you, it's really tough. I didn't listen to what I was just saying right there. It's really tough. It's like, well, I'm not gonna not communicate. This is a trip. Look at this. See, okay, so in a Saturday, okay, I was trying to tell you about the Mars Pluto vibration. Well, that's when Israel is now fighting Palestine, supposedly, and they're not going to let up. That doesn't let up. It's a bit of a distraction if we consider our lives. It's like, would you turn that off? Is there something going on with your life? There's something very intense happening, actually. It's a call, you know. Um, I can't imagine that there's people literally thinking, well, I just get up and go to work and go sit and lay down and go to sleep. And it's like, it's not even about that. I mean, you have a life too. Come on, babe. So, what I'm pointing out now is, we did have the moon square already. That was the sequence. And then, oh God, and then we had Mercury. Let me look at this again. Ideally, I would meditate on this more, but I'm kind of still just vibrating out of. We're all affected by how sick society is. Um, so, yeah, wow. Wow, okay, so, what? Oh, God. On the 21st, on Saturday, there's this thing that the planets will do that it's called combust. It's when they conjunct the sun. Mercury is going to conjunct the sun right when, I mean, it's at the exact degree of Pluto. So it's a Mercury square Pluto. God, you guys, you need to become more conscious of what's happening. First of all, what's happening is a temporary thing, but there's a lot of tension in the air. There's a lot of tension. See, somebody like me who knows this, see the things that some people are doing, but I want you to know in between this time now, because it's Libra square to Pluto, Libra is the diplomat, and that's the one who is standing down. That's the one who is going to be stepping up. See, Libra is very tricky and is the most, if you ask me, the most beautiful sign you'll ever meet. It rules beauty. If you look at Libra, it rules beauty, the lovers, like the reason why you even look at your lover, because they're beautiful, and it rules that balance that creates that beauty, this thing that I know is love. I have 5 planets in Libra, and I kind of push that aside, because there is a lot of detriment there. I don't have Venus in Libra, I have Venus in Virgo, supposedly detriment, but it's not. And by the way, talking about the combust planets happening. It's going to happen this weekend, you guys. Just you need to keep practicing radical self-care. The people that have the cardinal degree like me, it's not easy. I'm not a perfect person, but I know that communication is needed, and it happens to square, even though the Pluto has been squaring my Mercury. I warned people about that. I was like, oh, guess what? Not only my mind is because Mercury rules your mind, and if that Pluto is squaring your mind, it's like your mind is going to the ghetto over there, and Pluto is coming to town. Pluto it's not only the one who will purify you into the most pure shrine of a structure of truth that says, now you see, I am God. It comes out of the depth of the steaming, crappy beginning of looking in and how fearful it really is. The mud. It's like the mud and the lotus. And I'm very Plutonian. If anybody was to explain what that is, I mean, there's a lot of astrologers on here that aren't Plutonian, or they're not a Scorpio rising like Pam Gregory. She's Pluto ruled, and she's always like, by the way, do you know the truth? I mean, and it's like, it's getting a little bit, time is getting nil here, and humanity is like, to the fucking nature of the truth, at least. What is the nature of the truth? Can we have a little conversation? I love it, So it's this talk about that, babes. When we have squares to Pluto and even trines and oppositions with the squares, if for all of humanity, it's truth time. It's truth time. You've been going like this, and you've been going like that to it, and you've been going like this, and then watering it down, and then maybe setting it aside. And it is a poison. It is a poison. You better not just fucking take it. Actually, you should be looking right at it from day one. But your parents are probably afraid of the truth. That's what this one video I was trying to talk about. We'll put that there. You can watch it all together. I mean, really, it's my Saturday cartoon is coming up. It's pretty fucking serious. But I think that I'm onto something, and if I can couple up with just the few, what I mean is put our minds together. It's a laboratory here, and we have to, as scientists, you can't just have all men working on shit. Sam Vaknin, babe. When are you going to get up out of the secondhand smoke and start offering a cure? As a scientist, as a physicist, I'm sure you're ready. Because you're always talking about the lowlives. And every detail and every fucking word salad that you're going to use for the fucking depth of the black hole that they create around you, and the fucking isthmus and the fucking valleys and the peaks that they don't know, and the event horizon that just fizzles out when they're just, because their interest is not really into what they fucking miss the point. Poor things. And we're looking at something that says, no, we know what the problem is. Be resilient. There's a vaccine for that.